how do the British people say, you have to show it in a windy night in Stoke?
Up pub crawlers, welcome to another edition of Can You Have a Good Night Out in, where are we, Holly? Stoke. Hanley, to be precise, in Stoke. And you know, the other day we got called professional drinkers. Now the only thing about being a professional is, can they do it on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke? Well, it's not Tuesday and it's actually quite warm, it's Saturday. But yeah, I reckon we can do it. We're going to go and see what Stoke's got to offer. Settling on pub number 1 for the day, and it is called the Unicorn Inn. Let's see where we go. What an absolutely banging little pub this is. Loads of quirky stuff behind the bar. Nice little rustic vibe to it. Yeah, good little pub, great little start this. What a great little pub. We've had a very helpful man who's told us all the way around. He's told us what the pubs are that are rough to avoid. Well, not necessarily avoid, but just to be very careful. Like I need to be careful. I don't know. No, very nice man. Very nice oldie woldy little pub that. And now we've walked, what, 10 yards? And we're at Bottlecraft. Well, I've already found a good sour. Kiss your homies good night. And you know how much I love a good sour. Selection in there. Awesome little place this. Yeah, we're really impressed with Bottlecraft. It's got a great selection in there, some sours, some great IPS and beer. It's a really good little bottle shop, tap room. Just a good little place, really. So we're gonna move on from here and see what else Hanley has to offer. We're a 4-minute walk up the road and we reach the Victoria Bar and Lounge, which is also apparently around here known as the Reardon. It's got a snooker side to it, that's why. This one feels very strange. Like it doesn't really know what it is. It doesn't know if it's a social club. Doesn't know if it's a snooker hall. Doesn't really know. Like it's quite old-fashionedly decked out inside. It's got a snooker side on the other bit, called 2 different names. It's set out up here as though it does food and stuff like that, but I can't see it. Maybe there are some people eating at the top. Yeah, nothing wrong with it, but just doesn't really know what it is. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Yeah, just doesn't really seem to know what it is. I don't know, that was a real weird one for me. That was there was nothing wrong with it. It's just it's not really a pub. It's a snooker club and a social club and a sort of an old people's haunt. So 2-minute walk, and we've come to the Coachmakers Arms. Now this is one that all the Google reviews and everything say it's one of the best pubs in Hanley. So we're going to go in and find out. Yeah, this one's a really interesting little place. It's a tiny fronted little pub with about 4 or 5 different little tiny rooms. They're all just almost like little alcoves with a few different seating bits in each. It's an old pub, friendly, nice. But yeah, really interesting, different layout. What a great pub that is, completely unique. About 2-minute walk then up to our next port call, the Albion. But I have just spied BBC Radio Stoke. I was live on BBC Radio Stoke doing this about, I don't know, just when we went to Utoxeter, I think. Staffordshire, yeah, they grabbed me for an interview on there. They're really nice guys. I might pop in, say hello, see if they remember me. They won't, but you know. I'm such a big kid. Look at this. Look what's at the Albion, look. It's a revolving door! Look! I'm such a child. I love something like that. I love something like that. It's quite a good pub with a big central bar. I love a revolving door. That's not a bad little pub, to be fair. So now we've come along to the Auctioneer, which is our next port. So this is one of the ones that the chap that we spoke to in the very first boy went in, he sort of said was rough. I think he said that the 4 around here, the Market Tavern, the Auctioneer, or whatever, they were all the rough pubs. So we're just in here. I say it's one of those big old pubs with plenty going on and stuff. Cheap drink deals and things like that, but it certainly ain't rough. This is a close proximity. You see the Auctioneer in the background there. Close proximity. We've walked across, come to the Market Tavern, which could be a nice sport call. The old chap, he said to us earlier, he's like, these are this little square. He said the Tontine, the Auctioneer, the Market Tavern are the rough pubs in Hanley. So I mean, no offence, but if that's rough, and there's a Spoons just here somewhere as well apparently. So, oh, and Spoons is right in front of me. Holly's just pointing out Spoons is right in front of me. It looks a lovely building. Yeah, so there's literally 4 pubs in a 10-yard stumbling distance. So we're in at the Market Tavern. A little bit of 5 o'clock in the evening karaoke. Craft Union boozer. Cheap deals, party atmosphere in full swing already. Yeah, again, I mean, if that's a rough pub for around here, then I don't think that the people who consider these places to be rough have ever really been to any rough pubs. Trust me, the Bluebird in Sutton and Ashfield, now that was a rough pub. Right, so next up, literally, and again, we walked 3 yards, I think, 3 yards probably. This is a hell of a building, this. Look at this. This is a hell of a building. This is Spoons. This is the Spoons. So we're, it's my round, so we're off to Spoons. This is a weird one. We've stood at the bar like 3 or 4 minutes. It's just 2 random members of staff, like just having a conflab at the bar. It's not even busy. It's not even really even here. So, we couldn't get in either. Like the weirdest entrance to Wetherspoons I've ever eventually get to. This is dead quiet for a Spoons. At like, it's what time? 6 o'clock. It's 10 to 6 on a Saturday. This is dead quiet for a Spoons on a Saturday. But look at this. It's what it used to be. Like, look, I'm gonna. What a wicked building. Apparently it used to be a meat market. A meat market. I've been to a few of them myself. Never bought any meat though. I'm about to lose Holly because she's going to go and have her foo-foo cup. Did you hear that? I'm out of the door that we went in, which apparently is the back door. Honestly though, that's one of the worst. It's one of the worst Wetherspoons we've encountered so far. Like, just so dead and just, yeah, not great. Straight out the back door anyway, and across the way. Come to our next stop after Holly had her foo-foo cup. The Tontine. Tontine? Don't know, we're going in. So the only way to sit in the Tontine was the garden. There's a garden DJ, and I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but I mean, I couldn't tell you what this sort of music is, but... It's what?
It's terrible.
Holly says it's terrible, and it's not often me and Holly agree on, well, anything, to be honest. So, yeah, I'd probably go with terrible, but... Yeah, I'm not even sure what type of music you would call this. So the Tontine, I mean, the music inside the pub is so much better than the music outside. The music outside is just so weird for the crowd. The crowd are older, and it's just, I guess I can't even tell you what it is. We've walked about 3 minutes, I think, now, to the next one, which is the Woodman. So on in there, but it's not, yeah, the Tontine, it's not a bad pub. It's not a bad pub, is it? No. But it's just, yeah, the music in that garden is just, it's just bizarre. No need. Yeah, this is a pretty cool little pub. It's like a real ale, real cider, like good cider type pub. It's really quiet, isn't it?
Very quiet.
What is it? It's really quiet. It's a real shame because this is a really beautifully decked out pub. Really nice pub, really good cider. I've had a cheeky pig. It's a real thing. I'm not making it up. It's a real thing. It's really nice. 7.5% though. So Holly's already looking at me like, "Why are you drinking that?" You know, I drink what I want. Yeah, really good pub. But it's a shame it's so quiet. Yeah, the Woodman's a good pub. It's just a shame it looks so quiet. They've got some live music on tonight, so maybe it gets busy later. This as you just walk past, this Lord John House, that was definitely a pub. Now converted to flats, looks nice. So this is the one we've wandered about 4. I think we've come away from the city centre a bit to get down here, but just because we didn't want to miss one. So we've come down to the Rising Sun. So here we go. Definitely a bit of a locals boozer. Yeah, friendly enough. Yeah, a bit of a walk down, but yeah, I think it's the sort of place that like everybody knows, you know, everybody knows everybody that comes in here. So outside faces, don't they? Especially my face. I wouldn't want to see my face. The next one we're going to go to, then the Queen's Arms, is definitely not a pub anymore. So we're in a very nice Uber on the way to where are we going? The Northwood Inn. Oh, nice, what a nice Uber driver. So we've turned up at the Northwood Inn. That would have been a far walk. That would have been, yeah, you can't walk that. That would have been what, 15, 20 minute walk. It felt like miles in the Uber. So yeah, the Northwood Inn traditional pub. This looks lovely. So let's see what's up. Imagine the devastation when we actually then try and go into the Northwood Inn and the door's locked. And it actually, there's lights on. The pub lights are on everywhere. The back door looks open. But I don't know, it's about 7:30 on a Saturday. And the place is closed. And the place is closed. Yeah. We are baffled. I don't know, but we're going to have to try and find the next one. After we found a lovely gentleman who gave us a lift because he felt sorry for us hanging around outside a pub that wasn't open, he's given us a lift to the Wheatsheaf Stores. So that's going to be our actual next port call. I'm fucking thirsty now, to be honest, because that's the longest I've been without a beer for... Might be ever. No, it's not ever. should have heard the moaning off this one when like that one was. I should have heard the moan. I've just paid for an Uber to here and it ain't even open. Should have heard it. Should have heard it. I'm surprised actually. Ow! She's kicked me as well. So we're gonna go in here and get her a beer because she's thirsty. I don't know what's the cross between thirsty and angry. I don't know. Good news is Wheatsheaf Stores is open. It's a lovely little booze. Lovely little booze of this, and they're bass on the hand pulls. So you know what? I thought, you know, everybody says Timothy Taylor's and bass. They're the king of all these. So thought I'd have a bass. Well, we finally got to a little stage where there are some more pubs in a row. That was a really nice little pub, wasn't it? Yeah, really nice little pub, that Wheatsheaf Stores. So just behind us up there. And the next stop is a 100-yard walk up the road. You saw it. The Cat Inn. I don't know if you've done a Cat Inn yet. So this Cat Inn, like we're sat in the what I suppose we call the lounge side. Or I don't know. Is it the lounge side? It's not a pool table. I don't know. We're sat in the other side. In the other side though, there's like a DJ playing. This actually feels in there like a proper party, isn't it? This feels like it's the first time tonight that we've like felt in the last hour or so that there's really like a party vibe, everything going, everything, the music and stuff. But yeah, this one, yeah, a bit more party-ish. We've just also realised the whole day, so it's now 8:45. We haven't seen a single member of door staff on a single pub, not one. Not one doorman anywhere in Hanley. I find that so weird because normally, like, we've been accosted by door staff so many times by now. But yeah, we've not seen a single doorman. 3 or 4 minute walk round to the Mason's Arms, which is gonna be next. Doesn't look very happening, but we're gonna go in. So yeah, I was right. Like it's not very happening. It's a little bit outside the town, a little bit down like a residential type street. Friendly enough, it sort of gives me restaurant vibes. I don't know whether it's a restaurant or a pub, really. Apparently it shuts at 10:30 on a Saturday as well. So it's obviously not a pub. Not the sort of thing you do on a pub crawl, probably. Says the guy doing it on a pub crawl. I don't know, definitely found it more of a restaurant than a pub. It's about a 3-4 minute walk round the corner back towards Hanley city centre bit, I suppose. So you get to the Golden Cup Inn. So let's hope this is a little bit more happening. Yeah, really good little pub this. Like, this is definitely what you call like a real ale pub, like a bass house or something like that. Like they're very heavy on their the bass advertising and stuff like that. So obviously I had a bass in there and it was great. Genuinely, I think it's got to be one of the quietest like city centres we've found. Yeah, it's got to be one of the quietest city centres that we've ever been in, to be fair. Hasn't it? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, one of the quietest city centres we've ever been in. So we're now going to go to Reflex, just for shits and giggles, because literally there's not anywhere else that's still open or that we can go to. What's good about Reflex? Most things, to be fair. Like the music, well, I started about playing the 5 anyway. But, 2-for-1 cocktails, all night, every night, and up until 11, it's not 11 yet, 50% off all drinks. So we're going to enjoy our cocktails, and then we're probably going to grab another couple really fast, or we have to get that last bus home. So that was Reflex. It was, to be honest, I really like Reflex. So we're on the way to the bus station, I think. But we're gonna grab some kind of kebab thing, and we've been recommended. People always say, like, do you eat? Of course we eat. Like, we don't just drink. Not total psychos. So we've been recommended in Hanley. The best place to eat apparently is. Yeah, I can't do the reverse point thing. But you get it, yeah. Tabish. So we're going to Tabish.